Charlotte Works is the workforce development board serving Mecklenburg County and your source for the latest labor market news. Welcome to our latest hospitality industry overview, looking at the state of this industry in 2024 in the Charlotte area. Starting with, where are those jobs across the region? And so when we look at Mecklenburg County, we see this industry has solid employment spread out throughout the entirety of Mecklenburg County, with a strong concentration near the South End area and near Ballantyne. And when we look at the overall statistics for this industry, we see this industry is one of the largest employers here locally, employing over 64,000 individuals last year, just slightly below the national average. And the earnings per job, again, it's a little bit lower in this industry than many of our others, but again, it's a strong entry-level industry that average around just over 33,000 a year. With strong demand. Again, we see over 1,000 job postings in this industry monthly. So again, it continues to be one of the strongest industries for employment and a consistent growth for this industry. When we look at that growth over time, what you'll see is particularly pronounced here is the impact of the pandemic on the hospitality industry. Again, you see 2% growth over the past 5 years. That's primarily driven by the strong contraction in 2020, where we've just started to really get back to those pre-pandemic levels. Over the next 5 years, we are expected to grow about 7%. So you see that contraction was recovered, but it has set us back significantly. And we're still just slightly below the national average in terms of overall employment. Looking at the demographics for this industry here locally, we have below average retirement risk. Just under 9,000 individuals age 55 and up are employed in this industry, slightly above average racial diversity and right around average gender diversity. When we look at the unemployment in this industry, you see again that significant impact of the pandemic, that strong spike in unemployment that has since come down. And really since 2022, over the past couple years, we've gotten back to those pre-pandemic levels of unemployment with just those slight cyclical changes here. Zooming into these demographic details, I did want to look at the age here and point out again, this is an industry that we see a skew towards a younger demographic being employed in this hospitality sector. So again, it's a strong industry for a lot of entry-level jobs. We see a younger worker on average being employed in this industry. When we look at that broken down by race and ethnicity, we see it's pretty representative of our overall population. This is one of the better industries in terms of overall diversity and representation, aligning with county level diversity. And when we look at that by gender diversity, again, pretty close to county level statistics, just slightly a little bit more female representation here. And looking at those top occupations, you can see almost 80% of those occupations here are food preparation and serving related occupations. So again, a lot of occupations here related to restaurants here and food service here in this hospitality industry. Looking at the employers here, we have over 700 employers competing for this talent in this industry over the past 12 months. With over 12,000 job postings, you can see the top employers here: Marriott, Hilton, and then we have some food service industries companies over on the left here: Domino's, Airmark, and then a casino and entertainment company. When we go over to the right-hand side, like we talked about, what are those top occupations in demand? You see a lot of demand for those food service occupations: servers, dishwashers, hosts and hostesses. And so when you look at this industry, like we said, it's a strong industry for employment. Where are people coming from before they get into this industry? And what industries are they going to afterwards? So again, you see a lot of these industries are sub-industries of this hospitality sector. Not too much here other than just, again, we see that crossover with colleges and universities. We see a lot of people transition to that industry afterwards or come from that industry prior to working here. And then when we look at the skills in demand in the hospitality industry, again, no surprise with the almost 80% of these occupations in demand being related to food service. We're seeing restaurant operation as that top skill in demand, followed by housekeeping, food safety, and sanitation. So again, a lot of these jobs are building those entry-level skills. Front office, you see here as a demanded skill, marketing as a demanded skill, customer complaint resolution. And when we look at the impact of this industry on our local economy. It's a little bit lower than a lot of our other industries in demand, with just under $4 billion in gross regional product contributed to our local economy. But again, you see that significant impact of the pandemic. We were just under 3 in 2019. We're set back down to just over 2, and we've grown since then, but that significant impact has really set us back in terms of this industry's growth over time.
For more information or for assistance as a business or a job seeker, visit charlotteworks.com.